If I had to be a beer, what type of?
If I had to be a beer, any kind of beer.
If I had to be a beer,
You know what? I think I'd be a wheat. Just, pretty run-of-the-mill, a little bit sweet.
Okay, I would be an Einbach.
I think I would probably be a Kolsch.
You brew it to a high percent, and then you take it somewhere cold, a cave, a freezer.
It may be a bit underappreciated, not really understood, but it's something that has a lot of value when you look into it and you try it.
And what happens is the water will freeze, the alcohol won't. So you end up with these like 30% beers. That's the type of beer that I would like to be.
I like the rock and roll music and I like to dance the cha-cha-cha. I like the rock and roll music and I like to dance the cha-cha-cha. I got the mambo fever and I like to sing a sing-a-ling.
I'm the president of the UBC Brewing Club, and we are on campus just trying to promote beer culture by brewing. We also do events such as tastings and tours of different breweries.
I've been in the brew club for about 4 years, longer than any other member currently. I didn't really know much about beer when I started. I actually started more with other things other than beer, like wines and even a bit of distilling.
Right now we have 143 members. We meet every weekend on Sundays, and then we also do weekday brew sessions as well.
when I first came to university, I thought beer was disgusting because my experience was with, Pilsners and Kokanees, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I've kind of turned into a beer snob.
I became involved this year, and I guess I was just hoping to get a greater knowledge of a realm of culinary arts that I hadn't yet explored.
This year we made a honey and basil ale, which was phenomenal, and it's something I've never seen in the store, and I probably won't ever. But it's something that we can do. We have complete creative control, so we can make whatever we want, be it a salted caramel stout, an Earl Grey cream ale, or whatever we want, we can make that.
Yeah, so we made that Nutella beer. That was just a mix of hazelnut and cocoa. And it tasted a lot like Nutella.
One, it was called the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it was a mint beer, and it was abomination, and now written in our constitution we can never attempt to recreate it, just because it was so bad that we will not do that. It came out tasting like toothpaste.
Every single year, we've made a green beer for St. Patrick's Day. Now this sounds like a good thing, right? Except that the thing that they use to flavor it is spirulina, which is really fish food. And every year I've told them, don't do it.
I love getting hands-on experience brewing beers, and we do 2 a week, and we always have beer at a different stage, so like bottling, brewing, conditioning.
Well, more than about drinking cheaply, it's about knowing what you're brewing and having the sense of pride in what you're brewing. I mean, inevitably drinking is a part of it, but there's so much more enjoyment that comes from something that you've actually made yourself. You've been involved in every part of the process. You have to wait for it. You have to put yourself into it. You see what's happening each week. And so I think it's maybe the pride that comes with it that people like, the idea of making something with your own hands.
It's a social lubricant. It brings people together. It brings something to talk about. And everybody's got a favorite, and it's got a place. Every beer has a purpose, regardless of how terrible that fresh mint beer was. It was awful, but it did bring people together, and we could gripe about it and make promises never to make it again. But it brings people together, and it gets them talking, and that's the thing that's most exciting about beer.
I like the rock and roll music and I like to